All right, so in today's examples, we're going to be looking at variables on both sides. Okay, so solving equations that have variables on both sides of the equal sign. So remember, sometimes when we solve an equation, we can have three different types of answers. We can have one solution, we can have infinitely many solutions, or we can have no solutions. Okay, so looking at this, anytime we get x is equal to any number, it could be x is equal to 4, x is equal to negative 55, whatever it may be. Okay, this includes x is equal to 0. That is a possible answer. So anytime you get x is equal to a number, that means you have one solution. Anytime we have 0 is equal to 0, okay, or a number is equal to a number. So if you have like 3 is equal to 3, or negative 5 is equal to negative 5, anytime that happens, you have infinitely many solutions. That means any solution will be, or any answer will be correct. And then the last option we have is what happens when you get a number that doesn't equal a number. So if you get like 5 is not equal to 3. Okay, so if you get a number that is not equal to a number, that means you have no solutions. All right, so let's look at a few examples. The first one that you have is negative 2 times x plus 3 equals 2x minus 4. We're going to go ahead and solve this one. Remember, anytime you see parentheses, we have to start by distributing. So negative 2 times x gives me negative 2x. Negative 2 times 3 gives me negative 6 is equal to 2x minus 4. Now, once we've distributed, okay, we don't have any like terms to combine, we have to get the variable onto the same side of the equal sign. So I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. I'm going to move this variable to the other side, is really what I'm doing here. When I do that, those will cancel. Negative 2 minus 2 gives me negative 4x. I'm just going to bring down the negative 6 is equal to negative 4. Now from here, this turns into one of the problems we were working on last week. Okay, so I'm going to start by adding 6 to both sides. Those will cancel. I'll have negative 4x is equal to negative 4 plus 6 gives me 2. And then divide out the negative 4. And I'll get x is equal to negative 2 over 4. Now we always have to reduce our fractions. So we're going to reduce that to negative 1/2. So that right there has one solution. That has one solution. All right, looking at the next one. Remember, if you think I'm going a little fast, just hit pause. You can rewind if you need to. Looking at the next one, I have 5x minus 7 minus 3x equals x minus 5. This one, we have variables all over the place. So we're going to look on the left side first, and we're going to see if we can simplify that at all. Well, we can. We've got a 5x and a negative 3x. So we're going to combine our like terms. When I do that, 5 minus 3 gives me 2x minus 7. And then I just bring down the rest of the problem, so equals x minus 5. Now I've simplified both sides as far as I can, so I need to get the variables all on the same side. So I'm just going to move it over to the left. You can move it onto either side though, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to subtract x from both sides. Those will cancel out. 2x minus an x gives me x, or 1x, minus 7 is equal to negative 5. Now from here, I need to get that x all by itself, so I'm going to add 7 to both sides. Those will cancel out, and I'll have x is equal to negative 5 plus 7 gives me 2. That's going to be my final answer for that one. All right. Last problem, guys. This one, we're going to do some justifications to go along with this. Okay, so we're still going to treat this like a normal problem. So I have 4 times x plus 4 plus 5 equals 4x. Anytime we have the parentheses, we have to start by distributing. So we're going to draw in our little arches. 4 times x gives me 4x. 4 times 4 gives me plus 16. Plus 5 is equal to 4x. From here, we know which property that was. That was our distributive property. Now we need to look to see if we can simplify anything. And if I look on the left side, I have a 16 and a 5. I have 16 and I have a 5. So I need to combine some like terms. So I still have that 4x. 16 plus 5 gives me plus 21 is equal to 4x. Okay, so on that one, I added those together, so that's combining like terms. Now I have to get my variables all on one side. I'm going to move the 4x to this side because I know that there's not very much happening on the right. So I'm going to move it over there. So I'm going to subtract 4x to both sides. Those will cancel. So 21 on this side is equal to, well, 4x minus 4x is going to give me 0. That cancels out. If I have 4 x's and then I take 4 away, I have 0 x's. I have no x's left. Okay, so I got 21 equals 0. In that step, I was subtracting, so that's my subtraction property. Okay, now I need to look at this and say, well, does 21 actually equal 0? No, it doesn't, so we're going to draw a line down the middle. Okay, now what happens? So how many solutions does this equation have? Well, since 21 does not equal 0, we can say no solutions. Alrighty, guys, if you have any questions about those, please let me know. If not, you can move on to your assignment.